Your investigator, Brian Moss, has been following this developing story.
Yeah, just as city employees are losing their jobs, others are going on a pricey retreat. Brian has learned it involves Denver City Council members. Joins us on set tonight with more of those details.
And Brian, this city council retreat is coming at a bad time for Denver, certainly a bad look.
This is really awkward timing, to say the very least. So much so that city council tried to get its money back for this retreat, but could not. Next Wednesday evening, 10 Denver City Council members will head for this retreat center in Park County for 2 nights and 1 day of team building and professional development. The price tag, over $26,000.
What? Oh, okay. So this is something that you're going to start to see across the board. You mark my words, as most of these cities cannot balance their budget for whatever reason. They can only do addition, not subtraction, and that is a problem. Where are we getting off with this? Like, this is, to me, basic stuff, and I think a lot of these guys were running on bloated budgets and raising property taxes. I just heard of Chicago raising, even Atlanta raising property taxes, Portland. It's like, and then you going on a retreat for $26,000 for 10 people. This is let's just play out a little bit, and I'll give you my thoughts and we'll get out of here. But this is gonna be crazy. I already know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys.
We come together as a body.
Denver City Council President Amanda Sandoval said she previously attended an event at the Lone Rock Retreat, which boasts of breathtaking views, oxygen enrichment systems in rooms, a fitness center, and yoga room. Sandoval said she was impressed with its ability to accommodate disabled people. So council signed a $26,000 contract, which amounts to about $2,000 per person, in early May.
You have to do 2 things. You have to both drive increases in your revenue.
2 weeks later, Mayor Mike Johnston announced a massive budget deficit and the need for layoffs.
The truth is, this is hard, and this is going to be hard.
We signed this contract prior to knowing any budget shortfall. We signed this contract prior to knowing any furlough days. We signed.
As a person who has written budgets, well, first off, let's start here. This wouldn't even be on the table. A retreat for almost, they said over 26, so I'm assuming it had to be closer to 30, if not 30. For 10 people, this is what I'm talking about on every level. This is why you got to be engaged in your local politics, in your town, in your city, in your state, because these people are just loose cannons and just spending your money willy-nilly and doing whatever the hell they want to do with your hard-earned tax dollars, and then turn around and tax you. And then if you don't pay, Godspeed, because they will come after you so hard. And so there's a disconnect for sure between the people that represent us and the people of the citizens. I don't get it. I do not get it at all. Why would you even think of that? You can find a nice Airbnb in a great part, maybe get a couple of them, have it catered for a few days, live like average people. Like, you don't have to go into the controlled air and things like that nature. That's just ridiculous to me. This is why you have to look out for yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you, even if it means to the point of moving out of some of these cities and moving into different cities that maybe can offer you a little bit more, a little less taxation, because this is getting out of hand, out of control. That's why I moved. That's why I moved from Portland, Oregon to Georgia, because it was getting out of control. And I'm going to do some review videos on Portland as well, but it just got out of hand. They're taxing you left and right, front and center. This is ridiculous. And they live like they're famous and celebrities. Like, you don't need to be in a place that's nice. You can, again, rent an Airbnb, circulate that money back into the local economy somehow.
Signed this contract before knowing layoffs.
Sandoval said given the layoffs and furloughs and deficits, council tried to get a refund but could not. So they will head up to Bailey next Wednesday and return to Denver Friday morning, a city furlough day.
So just because we're having a time of crisis doesn't mean that city council shouldn't learn how to work better together. It really doesn't.
What? Why would she even be? If I was the mayor, I would like kill the interview, kill the interview. Why is this lady even talking? Just because we're having this is a good example of how out of touch they are. They're out of touch. They don't get it. She's having trouble. She's like, we can't have a meeting because we're having budget. Yes. How about, look, this is a good room here that they're sitting in. Clear off those tables, bring some folding chairs in there. Maybe go to a convention center, bring the folding chairs. You could stay in hotels or whatever. So everyone's, I don't know. We having local this year. Order some pizza. I'd have that done for $5,000. I'm sure they don't need to go on a retreat to this open air place or whatever it was. No, everyone's being local, and guess what? We're coming to work, and we're gonna shut the office, and we're gonna stay in here, order some pizza, we'll order Chipotle, whatever, and we'll have it in our office. And we got it. This is how we're gonna eat. How the our people eat. Nothing fancy. And when you got the money, then you go out and splurge. Right now, this is not splurge season. When you're cutting and turn around laying off your workers, come on, people. Like, this is negligible to me. They all should be fired.
Haven't you found a less expensive place and way to do this?
I've done research on places to do facilities.
Stop.
And there's not a lot of options.
Oh,
and we do not have facilities like that in Denver.
Now, the money for this retreat will be coming from the city council's budget, which is derived from taxpayer dollars. The 3 council members who are not going have scheduling conflicts.
Look at them. They all look like they just want to throw up. You guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description to the video. Please comment, share, subscribe. These people don't get it, and they're clueless. She's over here justifying her point because just because you don't have any money doesn't mean you can't have nice things. Make that make sense. All right, I'm done.